Something interesting that still seems to be pervasive in the real estate market in Ottawa is what we might refer to as the COVID hangover. You know, we're still running with this expectation that your home is super accelerating in value and it's going to sell in 2 seconds regardless of its condition and what's going on. And that's just no longer the reality. We're back into a market that is much more balanced. And it makes me think of that analogy about the tortoise and the hare. And real estate was always designed to be a bit of a tortoise. It's a slow-moving, long-term ownership proposition. In Ottawa, over the last 50 years, we've seen 5.6% annual return. I mean, it's an amazing investment, but it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. And I think we need to temper our expectations. We've been working in this market through COVID where prices would go up and whatever your neighbor got, you would just add whatever you wanted and that would work. And we were able to get away with no building inspections and very little improvements to the home. And there was a really interesting reality where a well-maintained home and a poorly maintained home would sell for the same money if they were kind of categorically the same product. That's just no longer the case. What we're seeing now and what's creating some confusion is that the folks that have really run as a tortoise, they've long-term maintained their home, they've got realistic expectations, they prepare and go to market with a professional, and they kind of do the right things. They're doing beautifully. Homes are still moving in this market and they're doing really, really well. And the equity position that people have seen over the last decade and beyond is, you know, unbelievable. What isn't working is, I guess what we'd call the Hare approach to real estate. And that's, you know, I bought a year ago for $1 million, so it should be $1.2 million this year. I've done nothing to it other than, you know, let it kind of slide on some of its maintenance, and I have huge expectations. And those homes are not selling. And what we saw last year is 55% of the homes that went to market actually sold. And yet, the volume of sales in Ottawa was really quite strong. So do you see the tale of two cities here? You've got, you know, a market that is balanced, that rewards, you know, a long-term approach and a considered effort to, you know, get yourself ready, go to market and do the right thing. Meanwhile, it's not really rewarding those who are thinking that they're going to hop over some new price threshold. That's just not the market we're in today. So listen, I'm painting with wide brush strokes and I often make a comment that we shouldn't do that. Reach out if you want to talk about your particular situation and hear a little bit more about how we verify our listings and bring something to market that really, really outperforms the headlines.